Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Kakwadash. And Shalom to the 144,000 hopefully elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to title this video, This Story Will Not Go Away. Or this story centered around the alien will not go away. So this is a video that was put up by the new song Bar. And this was put up by, what's the name of this guy? Truth, whatever. Which I gotta subscribe to him on my other page because I haven't got any of his videos. It says, this story won't go away. More alien or angels. So I don't know if this is CGI, computer graphic imaging, or hoax or whatever. But this is supposed to be in the mall, and this being comes up from the ground, from another dimension. So like I said, we don't know if there's a big hoax or not. But we do know one thing: if this is the case, then you're going to see a lot more of this, where you can make it disappear.
Right? Niggas will, like, the moment they see something they don't understand, they act like this, all right? Which lends credibility to the situation. I don't know. Who filmed it? I don't know. Anyway, let's check this out.
In there, they're telling us 10 to 12 foot tall interdimensional aliens opened a portal in the middle of a crowded Miami mall. This caused a bunch of people to panic and run away from the mall. This is when the massive herds of police officers arrived at the...
Watch how Jake moves.
It seemed to be interdimensional beings. That many others were there and saw these shadowy aliens. If you listen to the people that claim to have been there, they're telling us 10 to 12 foot tall interdimensional aliens opened a portal in the middle of a crowded Miami mall. This caused a bunch of people to panic and run away from the mall. This is when the massive...
Now these are the police. They're saying it was a fight with teenage boys. Look at all these police cars. This is a cover-up.
See how niggas were trying to get away? That makes sense. If it's true. Let's watch it right here again. See if we can...
And not just some goofballs looking for attention in internet clout. The portal video to me does not look like a portal opening up, but like a bright light getting brighter. Just like what happens when you light up a firework and it starts to explode, which is what is most likely being shown in the video, and what made people run off when they saw the lights and heard the boom.
That ain't no motherfucking... See how Jake is just gone? They saw something, and they thought, oh shit, I'm out. That makes sense. So look. So lucky I got sneezing.
People talking, nor a picture of a receipt they had from buying something at the mall that day. Nothing to prove they are people who are actually there, and not just some goofballs looking for attention in internet clout. The portal video to me does not look like a portal opening up, but like a bright light getting brighter. Just like what happens when you light up a firework and it starts to explode, which is what is most likely being shown in the video, and what made people run off when they saw the lights and heard the boom. Remember, people reported hearing a big boom at the mall, which to me matches up with the reports of fireworks being set off by teenagers. We also saw footage of a bunch of teens running from the area, and other footage of teens fighting each other, which I won't show here on YouTube. While I rarely ever believe the police, and I will say it was a massive response, I really don't think that they were there for aliens. It honestly makes sense to me why so many...
I want to play this guy, not this guy.
This will feel...
There's a couple of, credible stories. Let's listen to this. Not him. This one.
Another man there claims he also saw the shadowy aliens in the mall, stating that he was there with his family when the aliens appeared behind him.
I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout, but what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, but our whole family's processing it. But I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, and my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, you know, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh, you know, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and you know, we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about like a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10-foot tall creep.
Just the way he went into the autistic thing, right, lends credibility. See, and doesn't mean that I'm right, but, you know, when you get up in age and you've heard and you've, you know, experienced, you know, different things, you know, you can look at certain things and put things together. You know, could he be lying? Yeah, he could be lying, of course, right? But that lends credibility. So, Lucky, bear with me. If, you know, little things like that. He could be a world-class liar, right? But could be telling the truth. And the way he's been very thorough and, you know, sounds like if he's making that up, he's doing a really good job of making it up. Right? So I'm going to let him continue.
I'm not going to say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew everyone. All of us stopped in our track. We, you know, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. I mean, there were other people running. You know, there was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching. Not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, you know, unveiled or whatever.
Sounds like a cloaking device, which
The Predator,
sounds
the
like
movie
Esau.
Predator.
Okay. All right. That sounds like Esau. Okay. So, you know, and that could be credible. This guy's got
Could be
technology.
Esau too.
This guy is, you know, he's out with his campaign doing this,
Project
scaring
Bluebeam.
people, and you know, it could be that. It could be, it could be angels. Something happened. Here's what's going on. Something happened, according to these testimonies. Something different happened than what they're pushing out. Okay, which is firecrackers and fighting and a whole bunch of cop cars, right? But then you get these stories, all right? So which one is it? Do we automatically just say that this is bullshit when you can go into the Bible and see similar happenings, okay? So you can't just wave that away when you understand, you know, that angels come from the fourth dimension. Okay? Is that what that is? I don't know. Okay? But angels do come from the fourth dimension. All right? And we're in the time, right, of men's hearts failing them for fear of things coming in. We're going to get that, Lord willing. But that is directly the way that those people were running when they saw whatever the fuck they saw, if they saw it, goes directly to that scripture.
Yeah, it looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, you know, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly.
They were all black. Whatever that meant, right? And what I noticed is these Jakes, right? When you see them, they all look like him, right? They all look like, what is this, Manasseh? Who's down there? Is that Reuben? Because they all kind of look the same.
Like lips, but yeah, I was about like 20 feet away, because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And you know, they're tall, so we all just like looked at them. They were just standing there, and the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly like observing us. It was sentient, right? Like, or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd, and then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, "Yo, let's go." He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Because like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And
then he goes into when the cops came, they isolated certain people and took their phones and were destroying any pictures. When you start talking like that, right, then, I mean, that adds a different aspect going directly against the official story, which is, well, they were some kids fighting and throwing fireworks and had sticks. So we sent out 100 cop cars. That doesn't really come together. And then you got stories. This dude is telling a thorough story. And then when you get more than one thorough story that all goes basically to the same thing, and a nigga's standing on his mama, on his baby mama, or his daughter, that this happened, you know, doesn't mean they're telling the truth. But guess what? You gotta weigh, you gotta look at it in a balanced fashion, right?
I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on World Star, whatever.
Paranormal. What is paranormal? Okay. Are angels paranormal? The answer is yes. Okay. And he's using these terms. Okay. He's
outside of the
explaining
normal.
what he saw.
Outside of the norm.
Okay. And see, it's a bit of a paradox that back in the day, when these men were trying to explain what they saw, they had to use the vocabulary that they had at the time, and that's hard for us to understand. Well, here it is. This guy, see, everything is already set up. Esau got shit set up already. Okay? So if you see a chariot, then you're crazy. That shit's been in place for years. So when you go to tell your story about what you saw, immediately you're being dismissed. And that's in place. Esau has that in place. Right? He knows that we're in the time of seeing apparitions. He knows that we're in the time of chariots revealing themselves and different things happening. He knows. All right?
When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first
Is he making this up? If he is, he's being really genuine while making it up. He's been a good actor.
It ain't to like
Ice Cube need to come and get this nigga and put him in a movie. He's doing such a good job.
Before we start recording, your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number one priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. You know, it's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. If you did, please contact me just so that, you know, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And, you know, obviously, like, we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars that were other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then, you know, a cop stopped us. You know, it took us a little, to a bit of a safer area behind the cars. And then they asked us what we saw. And we told them what we saw.
Why would they ask them what they saw? Okay, so there's two stories going on. One is about some paranormal shit went down, right? The other one's about, you know, some fighting. Well, what'd you see? Did you see a fight? No. Something else is going on here.
You know, they wrote down and they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They couldn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. But in the distance, you could still see, like, you know, I didn't see the beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking, and it was like it wasn't close.
Pizza Hut spy pizza?
So this,
Just
I
bullshit.
mean, hey, and this is one. See how thorough this is just going on and on. He's given his testimony, whether you believe it or not.
It wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if it seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever.
You hear? Do you now see? If you don't understand the scriptures, then this can be crazy talk. But what he's saying, when you know what that book says, and what that book says is about to happen, you can tell whether he's telling the truth. If you don't know what that book says, then you would lean more towards, that's not real, and those things don't happen. But they do happen. Okay? And we're in the time now that they're going to start happening more. And, of course, this devil has to get, control of the situation so he can control the narrative.
Excuse me.
All right, but see, now these things are slipping out by people who are actually there, and he sounds like he was actually there.
A bunch of them. And I think, that it was just interesting, the police response, because there was a whole bunch of them.
As you heard for yourself, this man's story is kind of similar to the other stories being told by...
Okay, so I know I'm going long. Look how long. Now look at these brothers right here. They're mad. Not that one. These are mad because they know how they're going to look with what they're saying and what people are going to say.
For some kind of alien footage. Another man on TikTok claims to have been at the Miami Mall when the aliens were there as well. He stated that he and his brother saw 12-foot aliens that were previously reported as 10-foot aliens, claiming he heard a big boom and then saw a bunch of teens running away from the area. He then claims this is when he saw 12-foot aliens, but all of the
Is that Manasseh? Could be Issachar. It could be Ephraim, right? But that's Jake. Look at Jake. Jake is telling his story, and when you put them all together, you're like this, okay, well, wait, something else happened here, right? At the very least.
died out, so he couldn't use his phone to record the alien, stating that this is the reason people don't seem to have footage of the aliens.
To be honest, me and my brother were there in Miami, and it's so crazy that you guys don't believe in that, but we saw 12 goddamn foot aliens, no fucking lie. And what happened when my brother tried to record, everything turned off.
A loud explosion.
There was a lot of
everybody run. All you seen was a bunch of little 14-year-old, like 15-year-old. Running. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and then immediately
Go.
everything turned off. Everything turned off. And so that's why nobody has any of that footage. Like, you guys are wondering why you didn't get the footage? Because as soon as everything turned off, as soon as you saw that creature, everything turned off.
I seen a man on stilts. That wasn't no man on stilts.
No, it wasn't no man on stilts. How do you have a man on stilts when it was a shadow creature? And they're gonna take it down soon. So
See, Jake?
Another man...
You see how Jake is? Jake is adamant about what he saw, right? Now, is this a hoax? Jake is adamant about
Project
what he
Blue
saw.
Beam,
and
meaning?
They're going into detail.
is when the police try and apprehend the aliens, according to some people on social media as well. One man stated that he saw multiple 10-foot tall aliens that were fading in and out of reality, claiming he couldn't capture them on camera for some strange reason.
My name is Nadik, and I was also at the mall when I saw the 10 feet alien. I'm giving my testimony right now. So, what I saw, I was just standing on the side of the mall, and I saw everybody running towards the center of the mall. And as everybody's running towards the center of the mall, I went to try to take out my phone. But as soon as I got to my phone, I looked up, and I see this 10 feet creature just like moving side to side. The images was like cutting in and out. It wasn't clear. He was fading in and out of like reality, I guess. And then 3 other ones appeared, and they was fading in and out of reality. So it's like they wanted to be here, but It's like we had the power to see them, but we couldn't see them.
See how he's going into detail about what actually happened. So, and more than one person, when you get that, right, either everybody is telling the same lie, right, or, which is ridiculous, because you just got two whole different situations. One is about kids fighting and throwing firecrackers, and then there's a whole different thing going on that pertains to the time that we're in. Okay? Niggas been throwing firecrackers and fighting going back for years. But what's going on now just started happening. Okay? If it was just niggas fighting, there would be a million videos of niggas just fighting and throwing firecrackers. Okay? There would be a million videos of that. Right? But we barely.
We are not ignorant to Satan's devices. Project Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory that originated in the 90s. According to theory, the United States government is government. Look up the word government, y'all. Look up the word government and tell me what it means. Look up the word government. In collaboration with NASA, is planning a massive false flag operation in which they will simulate a second coming of Christ or the Messiah or an extraterrestrial invasion using advanced technology in order to establish a what? A new world order. Auto ab KO.
We're barely. Oh, because YouTube won't allow you to show fighting. Shit. That's not exactly true. Right? When they want you to see a fight, you're going to see it.
All the way. Like we needed to have, I don't know, they needed to come all the way out. I don't know. But it was a little shaky. The cops came. It was like a million cops out there. It was nasty. And then they asked everybody for their phones right before we departed. So they made a perimeter around these aliens. And they was checking everybody's phones. But I got somebody with a picture and a video. And he's from Miami. He's a resident of Miami. And from Orlando. And he was at the mall too. So me and him became cool when he was running away. I was like, hey, you got that? He was like, yeah, I got that. So me and him are in contact, and he's just scared to release the video, I guess. But I'm going to have the video because we cool.
As you heard.
So, I mean, what we're going to do, the jury is out. We're going to sit back. We're going to sit back and continue, right, to we're going to continue to monitor the situation. Okay, so what did I put? Oh, the onion. Okay, so when you hear that, right? When you hear that story, and then you hear this fucking whatever, the onion. Let's see if I can get the onion. There's the onion. Now where is... Let's see, the onion... It's called, what did they call it? Otherworldly. Other. World. String. What did they call that?
This is the actual video. If you want to see the
Flesh
video,
eating.
it's 23 minutes and 11
Okay,
seconds
now,
long. Now
after
you added a
watching what we
name.
just
They probably
watched,
took down one of his pages.
right, and listening to those stories, now listen to this. Okay, it's supposed to be a joke.
Congress.
This is supposed to be a joke, right, made by these guys, these so-called comedians at this group called The Onion 15 years ago. But listen to what they're talking about. Okay? Listen to what they're talking about, and listen to what they say about the police response to what this supposed joke is about. Because the police response we saw in Miami is identical to what he's saying in this situation. So let's look at that real quick. We'll listen to it. It says a minute and 46, but we all know this clip. But now put the clip together with what happened at that mall. Okay, now listen. And when he's going to tell you the bill, this is Congress. So supposedly they're working on a bill for Congress, right? Now, what is the bill about? Let's listen.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill.
The Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Okay, if this is a joke, why is it a joke about that? Now listen to what they're saying. All right, listen close and imagine the Miami Mall incident while you're listening to what he's saying.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units.
Outbreak of flesh-eating what do you call it, disease or whatever, virus, flesh-eating virus. This is chemical warfare, man. And I remember this actually, I remember this, seeing this. And he says, oh my goodness, oh God, something to that
Shall be
effect.
trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas?
Jesus.
Yahusha. That's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmare.
Yahusha. Jesus.
Strengths. Classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas?
Jesus.
Yahusha. That's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified body disposal actions, shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. New Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please...
New Bill of Rights, new Constitution. Martial law Constitution is suspended indefinitely. So that's martial law, where you get put to death on the spot. There's no death row. They put you to death on the spot. It's called, what is the term? Summarily executed.
Please cast your votes.
Okay, so that's funny, but the things that he was saying, if you understand, see, if you're paying attention, listening to what he's saying, he could be describing, right? And this is 15 years ago. He could be describing the very incident that happened at the mall. Now, that lends credence to the fact that Esau could have staged that whole thing, right? And this is part of the staging. Because we all know this. Okay, we all know this. But what do they know, right? What information are they working with to even push this out as a joke, right? Revelation of the method, right? Or pre-programmed, what is it? Whatever they call it, programming, predictive programming or whatever, right? Pushing towards what? That they have to fake the second coming of Yahushua to get ahead of the narrative of what's actually happening. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show, that there's more to it than that. We went over the angels, right? What about that voice, right? What about a voice coming from above, right? Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, what? What do you mean a voice from heaven? A voice from the sky saying unto them, come up hither, right? And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. What's that? What does all of that mean? Well, somebody is saying, come up hither from heaven, right? Who's that? And what do you mean, and they ascended up to heaven? What do you mean? Okay, so this is the angels. Okay. You understand? That's the angels. Not sure which one. Is it Yahushua? Could be. What are these voices from heaven? Revelation 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel. Okay, this is John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos, right? Says he saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. Okay? And then he heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Okay? So angels are dealing. Okay? And we're in the time right now of angels dealing. All right? We're in the time now of people trying to deceive you about Yahushua and when he's coming. Okay? If they're going to fake with Project Bluebeam, right? How does this go into Bluebeam? If they're going to fake Yahushua's return, right? You were warned about that. Saying, oh, it's Jesus coming back. It's Jesus coming back, right? Well, Yahushua said, don't fall for it. Right? Take heed. Let's read 3. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed. Be very careful not to be fooled by this devil, because he's coming. He's going to, right? What does it say? Shall come. He's going to come. For many shall come in my name. How is he coming? He's coming in the clouds. Right? He's coming from the fourth dimension. Isn't it ironic that this devil done made some fucking large hadron colliders to be able to open up wormholes and dimensions? And isn't it curious that he's done this? Whether it works or not, but he's pushing it out there that he's got control of portals opening and bringing in, you know.
Why is it in Daniel?
What is he going to do? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. This could go directly to, tell me if I'm wrong, this could be directly referencing a Project Bluebeam alien invasion situation. They started prepping back with H.G. Wells and War of the Worlds. They started this campaign, goes all the way back, okay? And now they're about to run the play. They've been planning for a while, but this right here, for many shall come in my name, many shall do what? Come, right? So let's go here. Let's go to Revelation 1. Okay. Let's make the connection. Let's go to 7. Behold, he, that's Yahushua, does what? Cometh, the second coming. And how is he going to come? With clouds. How do we know? Because the angel said so. Right? Let's get the account. He's coming. Many shall come in my name. What? How? They're going to come with them clouds. The angel broke it down. Go to Acts 1 and 10, right? Here's the angels again, right? And it's not going to call them angels, it's going to call them men. A couple of men were standing over there. You have to extrapolate. This is Acts 1 and 10. And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, as Yahushua went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel. What are these 2 men doing? And they happened to know exactly what was going on. Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so what? Second, come. Many shall come. Many shall so come in my name. How? In like manner as ye have seen him go in it. Well, what was the like manner? In a cloud. So, we're getting all of the information, how he's coming back, and guess who knows it? The devil. And what's he going to do? He's going to shall come in his name, trying to trick you into believing this is the second coming. And they're setting you up for it right now. Talk about alien this and alien that.
Yeah, because if they do that, they're going to have an Edomite Jesus. Everybody going to say, see, I told you it was a white man. That's Project Blue Beam. And he's in the American people, you know, as far as the whole world, American people are dummies anyway. They believe anything. You know, it's all a game. It's all a joke until the Lord truly comes. Yahweh shine the angels. Are we in the year of Jacob's trouble? It certainly feels like it. Not even 11 days in.
I'm not quite sure that the angels glitch. So that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. Something else is going on, whether it be this devil trying to deceive many, or, you know, or what we're watching, paranormal, ghosts, you know, spirits, demons, could be. We're in that time coming upon the earth. Men's hearts, right? which are men's minds. Okay, Luke 21 and 26. Men's hearts failing them, right? This is one of the signs, right? The return of the Son. Let's get 24. Let's see.
See, Jake is going to fall for that. You see, the Edomite, the Caesar Borgia, and then they're going to be, these Jake Christians are going to be relieved that Jesus Christ, that's how he really look. The Hebrews, the black Hebrew Israelites are wrong. A lot of these Edomites, if they actually do it, and they do have the technology to do it, whether this was this incident in Miami, the mall down there, was actually happened, they were angels, or this was all a hoax or a Project Blue Beam, in full effect. We don't know. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.